Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion morning. How you doing out there? Happy Tuesday. Hope your day is off to a great start. Hopefully your week is off to a great start. So good to be with you here once again as we try and be every single day. Now, not every day. We can't be here every day, but we try and make it as many days as possible. Hopefully things are going well for you this week. It's Monday was a Monday. I'm not going to lie. Monday was a Monday for me, but you know what? We battled through it. We made it. Now it's Tuesday, working our way through the week. And I just think it's going to be a great week. I think that we've got some weather things happening down here in the South, in the Gulf, in Florida, on up through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, possibly. But we're going to make it through it. And we're here for you. And we're here to pass on the positive vibes to kind of help get through it. And that's what we're here for. We're here for positive vibes every morning. It is totally Tuesday morning, September 24th, 2024. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everything is going wonderfully for you. We've got this. We've got this week. We're going to make it through. And before you know it, it'll be the weekend once again. Hello, Caleb. Good morning or good evening. Where are you, Caleb? Where are you located? It's good evening. Well, welcome to the show. Oh, good morning. Okay. My that's funny. Okay. I was just curious. I know we've had some people. We have some people from the United Kingdom that come in. Obviously, it's still not evening there, but we've had some from Australia come in, check in with us. And so sometimes it is the evening when we're doing this show. So just when you said evening, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe so, but it is morning. Again, Caleb, welcome to the show. Tony, welcome to the show. Here for the positive vibes. That's good. That's what we're here to deliver, those positive vibes to help get you through your Tuesday, help get you through your week and onward toward the weekend and every day. Caleb, he's from Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us from Pennsylvania, Caleb. It's a great state. Welcome, Caleb. Glad you are willing to join us here on the show so early in the morning. It is so early, dark and early here. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. So what is happening today? Well, there's some interesting stuff going on today. I'm going to start with these cherries are on fire. What does that mean? Well, it is National Cherries Jubilee Day. Have you ever had Cherries Jubilee? Pretty darn good dessert, especially if you like cherries. If you like something that's a little fun, interesting to make, little fire, little ice cream. It's kind of a fun dish. We used to get it a lot when we would sail on cruise ships. They used to do them, which is interesting because you think they'd be a little afraid of fire on a cruise ship. But when we would, the dining rooms, they would kind of create this for you table side nearby. Big thing of Cherries Jubilee. It's always a show because yes, you know, they put it in this pan, they put in the cherries, they start cooking it up, they put in the booze, and then they light it on fire, and it's a big spectacle, and then it's a pretty good dessert when it's all said and done. So yes, Cherries Jubilee, we enjoy it very much. Don't make it very often, but today's the day. If you're going to try it, be careful. It is fire, but it is a day to check that out for sure. What else is going on today? Well, it's a day to celebrate punctuation. What? Yeah, it's National Punctuation Day. We try and punctuate, as you can see from the little thing here, as much as possible on this show. I know punctuation is kind of going out with texts and everything. Sometimes people will say you don't need to put a period at the end of your text. You know, it's aggressive. I don't know what that means, but I've heard that before. But yeah, it's a day to celebrate punctuation. Punctuation is always great. I don't always get it correctly. I'm not going to lie. I'm not an English major, but punctuation still important, still good, still something to, keep on track of and try and do our best with, in my opinion. Other things, we got some Disney news yesterday, sort of. Disney kind of put this up there and then it kind of went away, but I would believe it's happening. It is. You can see the headline if you try and search for it on their website. But yeah, there's a new holiday tour coming to Epcot that we find fascinating and may try and figure out a way to do this, but it is going to be called the Glimmering Greenhouses Tour. So if you love living with the land, and especially living with the land, the holiday overlay, well, this is going to be for you, because it's going to be a behind the seeds tour during the holiday time and that's fun. I mean, we've done the behind the scenes tour a couple times, and it's fascinating. It's excellent. We love it. And we love the overlay of living with the land. Now, this is going to run from apparently November 29th through December 30th. And it's only going to be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. out there. So when the lights are on, so yeah, of course, that's probably when you'll really want to see it. But that means it's going to be limited. There's only going to be so many spots available. And as it is, we've noticed the behind the scenes tour sells out quite often. You can't necessarily get a walk. You used to be able to just get walk up for it. You could just do it, walk up. I'd like to do the tour. They give you some times. Maybe it wouldn't be the one that's closest to you, but there would be some times for you. Now you need a reservation ahead of time. So you're definitely going to want to make a reservation if you're interested in this. Apparently reservations are going to be going up for grabs on September 30th. So just a week from yesterday, I think it is, just coming up very, very quickly. So if you're interested in this at all, you're going to want to be on top of that for sure. But we love Disney tours, behind the scenes tours, fascinating. By the way, the regular behind the scenes tour, I guess, is still going to be going on during the day, even during this time period. So if you still want to do that as well, that will be available for you. But definitely check it out, whether it's this tour, the behind the scenes tour, whenever you're making your next trip to Epcot. If you're interested in living with the land at all, learning some new things, fascinating stuff, this is the tour for you. What else are we talking about today? Well, what's happening this day in history? Well, there was an out of this world wonder that made a big debut this week. Well, not a debut. It's been around for probably thousands of years, as a matter of fact, maybe tens of thousands of years. But yeah, so on this week in history, Devil's Tower in Wyoming in 1906 was named the first national monument in the United States. That's fascinating. Fascinating that this is the first national monument. I think that's kind of interesting, but two, that this is the one. But that is fascinating. And I can't help but think, whenever I see this tower, well, what does it bring you to? Well, it brings you to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? There's a big portion of it. Spoiler alert, that was based on Devil's Tower in Wyoming. So that's fascinating. What else what happened today in this day in history? Well, this is 60 Minutes. Yes, 60 Minutes debuted on this day in 1968, the great news program that's been running for so many years, since 1968. It's pretty incredible that this has been running for so long and has done so many amazing stories, and has been such a really kind of shaped news programs as we know them today. And it's pretty incredible that it's been running this long. So that's fascinating stuff. What else? Well, Nevermind. What does that mean? Well, that's because Nirvana's Nevermind album, the groundbreaking album from the grunge band, debuted on this day it was released in this day in 1991. So if you're a big Nirvana fan, and even if you aren't big Nirvana fans, if you just like a few of their songs, I mean, this was a big day for this band. It was a big day for the music industry for sure, because talk about another album that changed the world in how we think of music. Nevermind was definitely one of those records, one of those albums, one of those just times in our lives that is fascinating. Let's talk about a few birthdays that are going on today. Well, how about, thanks, Mean Joe. Yeah, Mean Joe Green today turns 78. He was born on this day, September 24th, in 1946. And of course, he was the great Pittsburgh Steeler, Hall of Famer, great defensive player. But you may know him better as the guy from the famous Coca-Cola commercial, arguably the best, if not definitely one of the best, but one of the best commercials of all time. Thanks, Mean Joe. The kid offers him a Coke after he's stumbling off the field, and he ends up, spoiler alert again, throwing him a jersey at the end. It's such a great commercial. What else? Who else is celebrating a birthday today? Well, he is, in my opinion, the GOAT, Jim Henson. Jim Henson, he would have been born, or he would have been 88 today. He was born in 1936. Of course, we lost him way too soon back in 1990. The great Jim Henson, of course, the person who put together so many characters that we know and love. Of course, the Muppets, so much of Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock. There are so many things that he had his hands in, and such a great performer, such a great Idea Man. Let's talk about that. Idea Man, the documentary that just came out not that long ago, based on his life, tells the story of Jim Henson. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It won the Emmy for documentaries this year. It is a great film and really delves deeply into who he is, who he was, and what his impact is on pop culture and culture in general. And yeah, definitely check it out. And yeah, again, Jim Henson, we lost him way too soon, but man, we can still enjoy all his stuff. It's all over Disney Plus, etc. Of course, you can go see Muppets 3D in Disney's Hollywood Studios still. Let's keep it there. Hashtag save the Muppets. Yeah, he's still there and still impacting us to this day. And that's a great thing. So, all right, that's it for today. Gonna wrap things up. Hopefully you have a fantastic Tuesday. Hopefully your day goes smoothly ahead for everybody here in Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Let's get all geared up here because some things are happening, but we're going to make it through this. We got this. We've done this before. We'll do it again. We're going to make it through it. And we're here to share those positive vibes and help you make it through it. So we're sending them your way. We're going to get to go through this and make it great, make it through the week, and then onward to the weekend. So everybody have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Oh, by the way, before I go, if you listen to this week's episode on the majesty of Disney castles from abroad, that episode is being released on video on YouTube today. So if you want to see the great PowerPoint presentation that Michelle added to this to kind of help guide you through what she's discussing on the show, you'll want to find it on our YouTube channel today. So just letting you know that. Okay, that's it. Gone too long. Everybody have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Bye.